So with the graphics card shortage being a thing, it is really difficult to get your hands on any graphics card whatsoever nowadays. So if you're trying to get yourself a 3000 series graphics card, it might be nearly impossible to do. And then if you're trying to buy yourself a 2000 series graphics card, it still has a pretty high price tag compared to what it was for MSRP. So a lot of people are going back all the way back to the 10 series graphics cards, which honestly are still overpriced, but they're closer to their MSRP point. But again, they're old and they're still overpriced for what they are. But here's the thing, I still find it hard to pay that much for a 10 series card. So what I do is I go out and try to look for broken cards, or something with a defect, or or graphics cards that people have completely given up on, or maybe just have like minor damage on them. And hopefully we can either get lucky and they work, or maybe it's just something simple that we have to do to get them working 100%. So that being said, I got myself a graphics card and I only paid $80, and as the title says, it is a 1080 Ti, and we're going to take a look at that and see what is actually wrong with it. Okay, so what did we get? What were we able to get for $80? This right here is what we got, ladies and gents. This is a Zotac GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. It is brown, and not only because of the color that they painted it, but because this was in a smoking house, or a house where people smoke a lot, and it has a lot of yellow and orange gunk on it, which you can't probably see from that range, but I will show you a close-up if I can. The other thing that was wrong with this, there was a sticky note on it that said just smoker's card and fan not working. So I don't actually know if this works. So the first thing we have to do is plug it into our test bench and see if it turns on and see what's actually doing. Okay, so one thing that I should probably mention is that this card stinks. Like if you smell it, it just stinks like cigarettes. Now, I'm not saying that people that smoke stink like cigarettes, but when it comes to electronics, anytime you smoke around them, they inhale all of those fumes. They inhale everything, and then it mixes with like the skin in the air, the hair that you lose, or the dead skin, like I was saying, and then mixes up into this like gunky brown stuff or orangey brown stuff that looks nasty, and it just goes all inside your electronics. And that kind of clogs everything up, or it might even cause shorts. It's a mess. But let's go ahead and turn this on and see what it does. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. 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 Oh, there we go. Okay, this fan spins. This fan does not. I forgot to turn on my monitor. Alright, we got a video. My computer actually turned off just now. I don't know why actually, but it's back on. And we do have a video. We're going to make sure that the driver installs correctly. You should already have a driver installed. There it is, 1080 Ti, properties, and no errors. So I noticed that the right fan actually turns on just fine, and the left fan jiggles a little bit or wiggles a little bit. It tries to turn on, but it actually cannot spin. So I'm going to go ahead and run a benchmark on it to see if it'll actually initiate that fan, to see if it's capable of even trying to turn a full turn. Alright, so I went ahead and stopped the test because I noticed that this fan does spin, but this fan here is actually wobbling, not just left and right, but it's actually wobbling to the point to where I think it's broken. So we're gonna have to take this apart and look at it. But we also have to go ahead and clean the graphics card. So we're gonna disassemble the whole thing, and we're gonna take it and give it like an alcohol bath with a brush, and we should be able to get most of the stuff out of it. And hopefully, I'm just hoping that the graphics card is going to function fully afterwards, including the fan. Maybe it's just so dirty, maybe it's dislodged itself, maybe it's so gunky in there that it just cannot turn, but we won't know until we try to clean it. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to have to do is take this apart completely. So let's look at this card real quick. Looks like I shall be able to take it by removing these screws, the 4 screws on the back. We'll actually use one of these plates here to put our screws in. Should technically open. Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh my God. This is disgusting, y'all. Let me take this off first. Let me show you all what I'm looking at real quick though. So this is what it results in having a smoking room. You smoke near your computer, turns everything yellow and brown, and this is all like hair mixed with skin and all that stuff. So I'm gonna disconnect this from the motherboard. Look at that. That's just so yellow. It looks like mustard. I'll disconnect that. This is honestly disgusting. I think I'm gonna have to replace these if I can't clean them off. All right. We're gonna start off with the graphics card itself because we need to get that cleaned off as much as possible. I think everything is off. Oh no, I gotta get the back panel off. I mean the back plate off too. Alright, so I'm actually going to start with the graphics card itself, and I'll do the rest later. Because I need to definitely clean this off first. What I'm going to do is going to take the card, and I'm going to start with this side for now. And I'm going to set it on top of this plate here, and then I'm going to take alcohol and spray, and then we're going to kind of scrub it off. So we're going to do the back side first, and then we'll do the other side. The other side's actually a lot worse. I mean, there is so much stuff on this thing. Hopefully after we're done with it, the card still works, but obviously I don't want to run it like this. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so moment of truth. Now we have to test to make sure that the card still works, because it took me 3 days worth of scrubbing on this thing. Not 3 full days, but 3 days according to the time I have available to do this kind of stuff, to get all this off. And I'm thinking that the fan is still not going to work, and we might have to be replacing it. But let's go ahead and try it out anyways and see if the card at least turns on. Oh man. Alright, so far so good. The car turns on. It looks like the fan wanted to turn after we cleaned it off a little bit, but it's still having a hard time, so we're probably still going to have to replace that card. Because there was just so much yellow gunk stuff in there, and it kind of sucks because when you smoke around your electronics, they kind of just like inhale all of it, and it builds up into this layer of just nastiness. All right, so I'm gonna run a quick benchmark on it and see how it goes. That doesn't sound good at all. Oh my god. The poor fan is just... no. Wait. It's losing control, it's losing control. The good thing is that we know that the card actually does activate the fan, but it definitely needs to be replaced. We're going to probably order one. I'm not sure what it costs. I think it's maybe like $15-20 to get the replacement fans for this. But that's not going to be bad. So total, I think the card's going to cost me around $100 to get it all up and running properly. This fan sounds horrible. I can't believe it's spinning though. You just kind of have to do you kind of have to push it along, try to get it going first. All right, everybody. So the card passes the benchmark. After giving it a little push, the fan does turn. But I'm still going to replace it because it's very loose. I think the bearing or something is wrong with it. But the fact that it still tries to turn in, or it still turns in a way, and even terribly sounding, gives me good hope. 10 ATF for $100. I don't think that's such a bad deal. So if you guys would like to see more videos like this where I buy something that's semi-broken or it's with issues, and you want to see if I can get them working, or if I'm lucky enough to, like this card here that has nothing wrong with it except super dirty and needs a fan replacement, let me know down in the comments. But what did we learn today? If you're gonna smoke outside or away from your computer, because it's gonna pull in everything, including hairs, dead skin, smoke. It's gonna pull in everything, and it's just gonna build this layer of nastiness that is just gonna destroy the computer. And I don't know if that same nastiness is what caused the issue with the fan. Maybe it got damaged in a different way. But I mean, there was so much gunk within the fan itself that it wouldn't turn prior to this. The fact that it actually is turning now, even roughly turning, kind of tells me that it actually did have a lot to do with the gunk that was within the housing of the inside of the fan. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you share it so people can catch this kind of content out there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe out there, take care of each other. Bye.